And one of the things that that I read was this concept by Brene Brown. I'm sure it's come before her, but I read it by her, and it is really the idea that you can only love others as much as you love yourself. Right? That's like what I've always thought about, like, love yourself. What does that even mean? Love yourself is retarded. So most of my entire life, I've completely ignored this whole like love yourself fluff bull crap. Like, what does that even mean, really? Like, right? What does that even mean? Okay, so what does that even mean? Somehow, through being sick and really through the 7 months of intense training that I've been going through, I was able to dig into what does that mean. Like, let's just make this really short and powerful, okay? Just track with me for 1 second. So you can only love yourself as much as you can only love others as much as you love yourself. For 1 second, let's just say that you and I are going to hire a coach, right? We're going to hire someone for what's a problem that we have? What do we probably have in common? Anxiety about stepping into something new. So if we're going to hire someone who is going to coach us through anxiety around stepping into something new, anxiety around leaving a job or staying in a commitment, in a relationship, whatever it is, who are we going to look for? We're going to look for someone who has already gone through it and done it and been successful on the other side of it. Why would we do that? Because we know, right, as the buyer, we know that someone can only take us as far as they've already gone themselves. So we're looking for someone who's already done that and has answers on how to get there, right? So we know that. So let's just take that for a second. Remember that, okay? And let's shift gears and let's go over to this. We're just going to admit out loud that we really want love in our lives. Like, we want love, we want to feel loved, we want to participate in love, we want people around us to feel loved. So we're just going to admit that, right? So now just take those two concepts and throw that phrase back into your head. We can only love others as much as we love ourselves. So wait a minute. Does that actually mean that, let's say my son will only feel loved by me as far as I can love myself? So I can only take my son to this level of feeling loved if I've loved myself to this level, because I've only taken myself this far? What? Wait a minute, that's just like a whole nother level of this. I can only love others as much as I've loved myself, right? So that means literally every person around you who looks to you to be loved or to feel love can only feel as deeply loved as you deeply love yourself. So that just brings into question all these other phrases that I've scoffed at for my entire life too, like take care of yourself first, put yourself first, love yourself, all these things that are so fluffy and crappy. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, give me something tangible. I'm a doer. I need to like go and put it to action, right? Like, that's what we do. Here's your action, quite literally. And we know this because as the buyer, we know it to be true, right? We only invest in people that we know have taken themselves that far. So as the buyer of love, if someone's going to buy love from me, they're only going to buy it from me if I know how to love myself already. Because if I don't know how to love myself, I don't know how to love them. Thank God my son and my husband aren't the buyer. I like to think over this last 7 months, I've come a long way. And committing to marriage, that was a big deal for me. But we go back to the phrase, the powerful, incredible phrase that can so easily sound like fluff. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. So do you love yourself? How much do you love yourself? And let's just be really real for 1 second. The judgment and the criticism and the want that we give ourselves, that in our culture is like revered. It's like cool to do that. You're like impressive if you beat the crap out of yourself. You can bet that's how far you've taken yourself. You've taken yourself to a place where you judge and you criticize. So you can bet that the people around you that are hoping to get love out of you are getting that criticism and that judgment, whether you want to or not, because that's how far you've taken yourself. So it's really time for us to step to a new level with this. It's time for us to learn how to love ourselves and to put ourselves first. And if that still sounds like fluff, then you need to just give me a call. We got some work to do. And of course, if you need to be coached in this area, just contact me. Just reach out. We'll just get that ball rolling. Okay, I love you guys. And thanks for everyone who reached out and sent their love while I was sick. That was really amazing. Love you guys.